Happy
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween. We did it.
Scary.
We did a great job. I think everyone loved it, and they're all going to write, great job with your bit.
It was really good.
Really loved it.
I hope you weren't frightened.
I hope you weren't scared
of our scary bit.
It is Halloween after
it's Halloween.
all. Look at these shirts. Would you like to explain yours?
Yeah, I will. It's actually one of the things I'm going to talk about. So I'm not going to get... Oh, we're just going to start with that?
Why
Hell
not?
Yeah, get right into it.
Yeah.
I can say hell.
And also my shirt has bats.
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking bats. I love Halloween.
Halloween is a day you can say hell, and there's no may. You
don't get censored? No.
Hell's fine.
Hell's fine.
Yeah.
So your shirt.
Yeah, so my shirt. I, last week, saw Mitski, who's a musical artist, and she's very good. And she had a new album that came out in August.
Bo Body.
Bo Body. Bo Body is the name of the album. The album is called Be the Cowboy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not sure how much is framed in here. Can we see
it all? I think you can see a little titty.
Okay, cool. Just a little.
Just says, I went to the Be the Cowboy tour 2018, 2019. Yes, no. It's a nice shirt.
It is a nice shirt. I wore it because it is both festive and...
It's your talking point.
And I'm talking about it, so why not just loop it all?
You came back from that show so happy.
I know. It was so good.
Yeah.
I had such a good time.
When was the last time you went to, like, a music show? Not for a long time.
May.
Oh, yeah, you did go see one recently.
I mean,
I think I was thinking
May's
about
a while
myself.
ago, though.
Yeah, May. Yeah.
You went more recently.
I went to see Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Forget it. Forget I said anything.
You're a very untrustworthy narrator.
No, I think it's just because before Janelle, I hadn't seen anybody. Like, I'd never been to a big concert.
And honestly,
before.
you know what? After Janelle, it's like, what do you
What's the point of this? Yeah.
But yeah, it was it was awesome. The album's great. All of her albums are great. She actually, I was really happy about the tour because she hit all of her major albums. She didn't just do, like, the more popular ones.
What kind of music would you say that she has for people at home who've never heard of Mitski?
I would say that it actually varies.
Okay.
I would say that Be the Cowboy is the most accessible in terms of her music.
I think so, too. I only have two of them that you gave me, and Be the Cowboy has a little bit more of commercially pop songs, but they're still not pop, but, like, they're accessible.
Yeah, it still has, like, an indie rock vibe.
Yeah.
Some of the earlier ones are much more... Experimental is not the right
They're
word.
They're just, like, more grungy, I think. They're grungy with a little bit of, like, country somehow. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if I would classify it as country.
Well, what do I know? It's not my favorite artist, but it is yours.
I don't... But yeah, go check it out. Check out her singles. I recommend off the new album, check out Washing Machine Heart or Nobody.
Which I call Bo Body. Fans of The Office will know why.
Gotta love that Office humor.
That's all I've got at this point.
All you've got is the Office humor.
Yeah. So, like, our schedule kind of got messed up a little bit in that we were because of everything that happened with my dad a couple of weeks ago, our uploads were a couple days late than what we had been posting.
I think we kind of skipped a week.
And then we kind of skipped a week because, as it turns out...
Also, hell on earth happened.
That's what I was going to say.
Like, yeah.
Like, I guess I had a question when we started making these videos. Like, what's going to happen when... We need to film.
We don't want to.
And we don't want to because we're feeling terrible. I had wondered to myself, like, what's going to happen? Because as a creator...
We didn't keep showing up.
As a creator, there's going to come a time where you don't... It's just so rough for your mental health that, like, the idea of making content that is happy and positive and joyful for other people seems absurd and seems like doing the impossible and climbing a mountain. And so, like,
I couldn't.
No, you couldn't. Yeah. And neither could I. Because, like, literally we got all set up. We got ready to film.
And then everything. It's been a very heavy week with political things that are going down. There was a very unfortunate New York Times article. There have been a few national tragedies for Americans. Just kind of, it was a heck of a week. And I think...
We both.
Yeah, we just couldn't. Yeah. And that's okay. It's okay when you just can't sometimes. It's okay to... We
definitely took those days and for ourselves and just did stuff that we needed to do for ourselves, like for our brains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's an important part of Just Keep Showing Up, is sometimes part of Just Keep Showing Up is not burning yourself out.
I think we would have been burnt out if we had done it those
It wouldn't have
days.
been good content.
No.
Like, it would have been...
Bad content.
It would have been bad content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all that to say, I think we're kind of back on track now.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't have to worry and wonder when the next one's coming out or what's happening with us. I mean, who knows? Maybe it won't. But we're going to try.
We're going to try and keep it regular.
Yeah.
We're going to eat our fiber and
keep it loose.
We're going to keep it loose, happening, and regular.
Yeah.
With the high fiber diet of content.
Speaking of high fiber,
mm-hmm.
I have something that's completely off topic that I thought I wanted to talk about today. Because as a kid growing up, I didn't like to drink water. This sounds weird, right? Because humans need water in general to be alive. But I realized it over the past 2 years why that is. A lot of people growing up, their parents had a Brita filter in the house.
I want to say...
Okay.
So, someone's been living with you for 2 years.
Sure.
Who's been encouraging you to drink a lot of water.
Yes, but... when we first started dating, I told her that I didn't really like water that much, and you were like, what's wrong with you? You need water.
Mm-hmm.
What it is that growing up, we always had like a Brita filter in the fridge, and the only time I'd be here, do you want a glass of water? Okay, someone gives me a glass of water, it's ice cold. It turns out I hate cold water. I hate cold water. I don't know why this is, but ever since I realized this about myself, and that if I drink just room temperature water or warm water, I'll drink so much water, and I find myself being really thirsty for just room temperature water.
Just thirsty.
Just thirsty.
Just real thirsty.
But the reason, this might sound super mundane and silly, but if you are someone who struggles to drink water, I would encourage you to try to drink water at room temperature or warm. Not like hot, although you
do drink it hot.
But like, room temperature or warm or hot. It changed my world. Like
now you drink water.
Now I drink water before.
It was
but
only
it was
Gatorade.
A task.
It was
a task. Like I didn't like to drink water. I would, but I didn't like it because it just cold water upsets me.
That's fair. Also, I think hot water is actually technically healthier for you.
Who knows?
I don't know. I think that's like...
Am I super healthy now? Yeah. I guess I am.
It
much healthier
everything.
than you. Much healthier than everyone, because now I drink warm water. It's actually cured my many ailments. I don't have chronic illness anymore.
Pointed.
Well, you were saying like you didn't drink water, weirdo. Now I drink.
You drink water.
Much water.
It's good.
That's my mundane life update. But it's actually made a big difference in my life to realize that. Like this whole time, I thought, "What's wrong with me? I don't like water." But it turns out I just don't like cold water. Get that ice out of here. I don't want that.
Gross. Get out of here.
Blech.
Yuck. Patooey. I mean, ice is gross. That's a whole nother
I like ice in other drinks, weirdly.
Ice is yucky.
Okay.
I don't like
I don't like Icey.
I don't like Icey. I don't know. If you've ever worked in food services, you and I know what we're talking about, because ice is gross.
Bad. It's the way that ice is stored
ice machines.
in food services. It's really gross.
Yeah, so it's just kind of, even if I make it at home, homemade ice.
Homemade ice?
I don't like
what
homemade
a luxury.
ice. Yeah.
Martha Stewart over
Honestly,
here.
though, if I'm going to make homemade ice, I'm going to get saucy with it and like freeze some juice or lemonade or something.
Damn.
And like
freeze some coffee?
Freeze some coffee.
Frozen.
It's hard to freeze coffee.
You have to be really cold.
You have
to be really super cool, ice cool.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, if you don't like water, heat it up, you goofball. Try some hot water. Maybe you'll like it. And if you only...
And for 2 payments of $9.99, you can have your very own sponsored by water.
All right. Good. I thought you were gonna just go completely...
I'm selling... You keep hitting the mic.
So
Look,
sorry.
You're resting your foot on the mic.
I'm so sorry.
Why do you do
I don't know
this?
why, but I thought you were gonna do a nature box ad. or
or
like a Green Apron.
Yeah, that would have been good. But we're not sponsored.
No, but I just thought you were going to just roll
No, don't tell them these ideas. Keep them here so we can use them later.
Hey, brands.
When one day this becomes a podcast. One day this becomes interesting to brands.
Yeah, so we can sell the podcast underwear and the podcast mattress.
And the podcast food and drink. And the podcast watch. And the podcast... There's so many.
There's so many brands at us.
Yeah.
Come on. This has been so engaging. This content's so good. They're like, well, they need to talk about our delicious, healthy snacks in a box.
I look at my podcast watch and I think to myself, when are they going to talk about the food in a box?
Our last few episodes have just been us being like, brands, give us money, which is really attractive.
I think it is.
Hey, we're honest. We're honest. If nothing else, we're honest.
You wanted to talk about the video game you played so that I could make fun of it a little.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I played The Missing.
What is The Missing?
The Missing is a puzzle platforming game developed by the team that made...
Why are you saying it like that?
Because I'm like...
you know what I'm doing? That made...
I'm going into the joke voice I do when I do like the fake video game character.
I know, but
I know that they don't know about.
They don't know about that. That's the thing that you and I do. She has this character that when she's like telling me something that she thinks I'll think is monotonous, she's like, and then if you watch all the Star Wars movies, you'll see in the last 30 seconds of the fourth scene, it's that.
Yeah, it's a fun character. It's a fun bit. So I did it by accident. I'm sorry.
But you actually did like this game.
Yeah, I actually did. It's really good.
The Missing, it's called. And
The
it's
Missing,
new.
yeah. The Deadly Premonition team did it. I don't know if that means anything. It's fine if it doesn't.
You played it on Switch, right?
I played it on the Switch, but I think it's on Steam and all the other ones.
The other ones.
The other ones.
Yeah.
All of the other ones. It's a puzzle platforming game, Japanese developer, which I say that only because that kind of leads us to talk about the dubbing.
Yeah, sure.
But
well, the plot is basically like that you are this girl and she's looking for someone.
Yeah, you go on a camping trip with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
So, okay, like, super... I want to, like, give this a giant, before anything, giant content warning for this game.
Oh, yeah.
Giant content warning for this game. The game's actually really good about it because the game gives you a content warning. Not too many games give you a content warning.
Not that I can think of.
And it's actually really nice.
I mean, it's needed.
It's needed. It has a really nice message about inclusivity and why the purpose of this game.
Yeah.
And then immediately is, like, content warning... self-harm, content warning,
a lot of
suicide.
It's there's a lot of body horror elements.
Yeah.
And if that's but keep that in mind.
But it's also a queer love story with a happy ending.
How often does that happen?
And boy, if that sounds like one heck of a I remember reading that and being really like, yeah, this is good. Yeah. Supposedly. It is.
Yeah, you liked it.
It is. I think my favorite thing about it, it's like really, really, it's good, but it's flawed. I think...
You said it was clunky in parts.
It's clunky.
Yeah.
Elements of the gameplay are clunky, but not so much so that, like, the puzzles are fun, but sometimes doing them is difficult, and it's kind of like... The writing I really liked, but the narrative I didn't. If that makes any sense, kind of like how like the actual writing elements, I was like, this is fantastic and kept propelling me through it. But like how the narrative unfolds isn't always great.
Okay.
Like especially, you know, we saw some moments where it's like, this is a weird way to
show this.
Exactly.
But we don't want to give too much away, but if all of the things we mentioned sound interesting to you, maybe look it up and see if it's kind of up your alley.
It's a hard wreck because
it's real. It's
very violent. Like the whole basically mechanic of the game is solving puzzles through self-harm. So like super big content warning on that. Now, I will say, like, just sharing for my own experiences, I identified with the game a lot. A lot of the things in that game I found true to my own experiences when I was 19. Like, the protagonist is a 19-year-old, they're in college. A lot of it was very much lived experiences for me and was very cathartic.
But also was a little bit hard for you, too. Like,
because
it
was, because it was so on that. Yeah. So, like, I think it's good to engage with problematic content. If it, like, I don't know. I think it's positive. I think it's worth looking into, but be aware that it's a lot.
It's heavy. It's a very heavy game, especially if you can identify with and connect with a lot of this stuff. I didn't play it, but I watched her play pretty much most of the beginning.
Yeah.
And then bits and pieces of the end.
You watched the end, yeah.
And the end, yeah. Yeah. Incidentally, I came in to tell you something, and then you know, you do the thing where you sit down and you're just like, I'm watching this now for half an hour. Emily, where are you? Just over and over.
There's
Emily.
a button that you can press, and you do that.
And it calls your girlfriend. But she just, Emily,
it's
where are you?
Good.
Emily.
It's like...
That's my takeaway.
That's your takeaway.
From the video games.
10 Emilys out of 10.
Yeah.
Good
Press
Emily.
Y to call Emily.
Press Y to call Emily.
Yeah.
It's like you in Mario or Luigi's Mansion where you're just like, Mario. Mario. So yeah, check out The Missing. It's a spooky queer love story that's traumatic. So, hey.
That piques my interest.
It's good. I mean, I don't know if anyone on the team is actually queer or not. I would assume, I know the main developer. I'm pretty certain that they are not queer.
I see.
But who knows?
Who knows?
The nail is hit on the head really well, so I feel like somebody's got to be.
You're like someone's hand was in the pudding.
Yeah, someone's hand was in the pudding.
I see.
Someone's hand was in the pudding. A clap. Is that an expression?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I like
Sometimes I just make them up.
I like
They're
it.
actually not real. But...
Somebody put their gay hand in the pudding, and it was good.
And then the pudding changed color to a better pudding.
It was good, yeah.
A gayer pudding.
Yeah.
And you might think to yourself, how can puddings be more gay?
Puddings are inherently very gay.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. Super gay. What do you have there?
It's my hand.
Oh, hello.
This is where letters go.
Oh, hi. Okay. Well, here comes Reba in a spooky Halloween costume.
Oh, Reba.
That she's wearing.
That's a wild costume.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Thank you, Reba. Great costume. Reba, enjoy it.
This just sounds like a shared hallucination we're having now.
No, she's right there. She just left. It's real.
I hate this.
No, it's good.
No, it's fun. Wow, a letter from one of you. Thank you, readers. Subject: a weird but respectful question.
That's what I asked for.
Thank you for giving us exactly what we asked for. Hi, guys. It's not funny. Why are you laughing?
You're...
Please take this seriously. This
I
is
will.
Really
I know.
Hi, guys. I have a weird but respectful question, as Nico has requested. Very good. I'm particularly interested in death because of Ask a Mortician on YouTube. I've heard of them. And she heavily expresses how we should be more open about death and our death plans. I know death is a sensitive subject for many people for many reasons, but I share a similar mindset to Ask a Mortician and find other people's post-death plans interesting, and that talking about them can help people become a little more comfortable with the idea of death, as it helps rid of taboos surrounding death. So my question is, what are your corpse plans? I think it would be super cool to hear your thoughts on the subject. Thank you in advance, Caitlin. Thank you, Caitlin, for your very thematically timed question.
You know what? I like this because I feel like this episode is kind of spooky a little bit. Talked about some spooky, dark things.
Sure.
And we have
Water
some nice...
is very spooky.
It is because of all the things that live in it.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But nice little death-positive question.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome because we actually... do have I like to consider us a death positive couple. I almost did it in the voice again. I'm so sorry. I'm not making fun of the death positivity movement.
No.
It's just
when she does the voice. I can't.
I've got a case of the sillies today.
Seriously, we were doing our makeup and she kept laughing and having to stop. And I was like, we have a schedule to be... No.
Yeah.
I got the church giggles.
I'm still I still have a little stuffy nose going. I actually just took some cold medication.
Great.
So let's go ahead and blame it on that again.
Would you like to talk about your plans? We have talked about it.
We have.
Amongst ourselves.
As we must.
Sure.
As we are mariaged.
Sure.
You must write up your will.
Although not everybody does that.
I know. We're very litigious, though.
Do our taxes right away. We write our will right away.
Yeah.
all that fun stuff that I like to do.
Hey, it's good stuff.
It sure is. So anyway, would you like to talk about your death plan?
Sure.
Now, we did make a pact.
What's our pact?
That I have to die first, and then you can die.
Good luck.
We made a promise, so I don't understand what the confusion is. I have to die, and then you can die.
I like that you said this is a promise, because it is not a promise.
You promised me.
It did not. And, okay. So when I pass away, which will be after you, okay. This is a hell of a topic to be laughing about. When I pass away, what I plan for my corpse is that I want basically as much tissue and organ as possible to be used by either people who need them, to live, or basically for medical study. Mm-hmm. Whatever they can't use or don't want to use, I want to... I think there's it's a special form of cremation where they can kind of take your remains, and I don't know how it's done.
I don't know exactly how it's done either, but they put them in a tree bulb, which is like a bomb of multiple seeds, and then they plant it, and then
and somehow you provide nutrients to those trees.
I don't know the science of it.
I don't, but that's what I want. I want that. I want to be trees, and I want to be yummy organs for people who need those delicious organs.
Why are you saying it like that?
Yum.
Delicious.
Yum, yum, yum.
When I was a little girl, I was really afraid of death. I think kids are very afraid of death, and especially you see in movies, in kids' movies, parents die, and that's the worst thing imaginable to a kid. So I think as a kid, you're the worst thing I can imagine is my parents dying, and then after that, it comes with well, then maybe I could die too, and maybe that's worse. And especially if you grew up the way I did and the way I know you did with a very heavy religious element. There's other levels of oh God, what if I go to hell? There's other elements.
It's not it's I'm going to hell.
I'm definitely
going there.
No, when I was a little girl, I was super afraid of death. And then I think because I was quite ill when I was a teenager, I kind of had to make my peace with the idea of death. So it became kind of something I had to make my peace with, and it became kind of a non-issue from there. So I think what I want is something similar to what you want, in that I want basically on my donor card, my health card, I'm checked the box for donating everything. I think that anything that other people could use or need, whether it be organs, eyes, skin grafts, what have you, I'm take it. I'm dead at that point. It doesn't help me. People are needing these things, and they should have them.
I'm not going to use it.
No, I mean, keep my heart in a box under the bed. Mm-hmm. But that's what I want, ideally, and then I guess probably for science. I mean, here's my dream scenario.
You have a dream scenario. I have a dream scenario. And We've looked into it.
We've looked into it because it's not legal. Because ideally, I wanted all of my.
Also, I wouldn't want to do it.
You may have to. I want all of my useful parts to be donated to people in need, and I want all the rest to be mixed in with some chum and given to great white sharks to eat. But we've looked into it, and it's illegal.
Super illegal and possibly traumatic for me.
It's not.
Who is afraid of sharks.
But you'll know that I am exactly at my final resting place. I'm sorry, that's the most romantic thing I can think of on this planet. Anyway, that's what we want, but it is technically illegal.
It's not. Because of the death industry.
Yes.
So those guys are bad.
Yeah, it is technically illegal to do this.
Let us do whatever we want with our corpses.
You'll figure it out. And I would love, this is not relevant to my body, but I would really love for if people wanted to do a memorial celebration or something, I would love if everyone was in their most bright, happy clothes that they can think of that would make them think of me, just super fun clothes, and everyone has food and I don't know,
a happy wake.
You know what I mean? I'm sure there will be sad elements too, but that's what I would want, is for everyone to see each other and be there for each other and support each other.
That's what I'm kind of like. Just do a party.
Do a party.
Remember me.
Everyone takes home one kitten. Like in Bridesmaids, where everyone goes home with a puppy.
There's just
everyone goes home from my wake with a kitten.
Okay. Well, we're going to put that in the will then.
Yeah, it's in the will.
Just we're going to keep like a very pregnant cat on call constantly.
No, they'll be from shelters.
Oh.
Come on.
I like that.
Isn't that nice?
That's very nice.
Yep.
Very good.
Well,
that's so good.
Maybe this has given you some food for thought to think about your own death plans if you like to consider such things.
Or if you don't want to think about death.
That's okay too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Things are rough, but I actually find peace thinking about like those kind of nice things. Is that like, oh, I get to be a tree. That's awesome. I just want to.
That would rock, actually.
Yeah. Trees are awesome. Trees are very good. I get to
be. They give you an apple.
Yeah.
And then
they give you the bark, and then you build a boat out of them.
I was thinking like the giving tree.
That's what yeah.
But then the tree gets chopped down.
Yeah, but then it becomes a stump in which the old man sits upon. So it still does.
We're giving away too much of the plot.
We've spoiled
copyright.
The giving tree.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a takedown notice from Shel Silverstein.
Dear ALBandWonderland@youtube.com.
You've spoiled my book. You've spoilt my book. Oh, speaking of mortality, I have a birthday that's coming up. I have a spooky birthday.
You sure do.
So I have a birthday present that I want from all of you. If you are a U.S. citizen, vote. If you don't vote,
we want you.
What's your problem? Go vote.
Please vote.
Please do that.
Vote.
Please vote on November 6th.
We love you.
I believe.
Please vote.
November 6th.
And Nico is turning 30 on November 2nd. I wanted to see if you'd offer that information.
Yeah, I'm turning 3.
You're turning 3-0.
The dirty 30.
30 and flirty and thriving.
Mm-hmm.
So for a gift, please vote.
Please vote. Please do that. Thank you for voting. If you don't, woof. That's that.
Happy Halloween!
Yeah, happy Halloween, everyone.
We love you. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you in November.
Do you ever, when you're waving, just feel your arm fat jiggling? It's kind of a weird thing.
No, I'm all muscle.
Me too. Good. I think we got it.